In today's AMA, we talk about the LG V30 versus Google's Pixel 2 XL. This could be a tough battle, few caveats. Don't forget to hit that like button if you like the video, and don't forget to hit subscribe.
Oh, Bambi, I won't lie. If I weren't in this spider web of mine.
What is the deal, beautiful people? It's your boy Ramon, Lifestyles Defined. Let's get into another AMA. If you are new here, you're not sure how this works, you leave your question in the comment section down below, and we answer it in upcoming videos. Today's question from Raian Levy. I still have the Nexus 6P, and I'm debating between the V30, headphone jack, a bit more customizable software and better looking, or the Pixel 2 XL, more expensive, but 3 years of software updates, which are really important to me, and front-firing speakers. I'm going to wait for the prices to drop a little, but which would you recommend? Well, these are two very good choices, and for those of you who have, for whatever reason, have not yet seen the video where I pulled the Google Pixel 2 XL specifically off my recommended list, check that video out. The link will be in the description below, or you can just browse through the channel. It's not too far back. Now, there are, since I did that video where I was pointing out, the consensus of that video was there are these very little things that are annoying about the Pixel 2 XL, or just wrong. Things like the screen issue and the color calibration, which since Google has fixed a few of these issues, particularly the color calibration, they introduced a new mode that seemed to have appeased everyone who owns that device. There's now like, I think they updated the stuttering with the audio clipping, that has been fixed. But since then, I've been reading these other issues. Like I saw somewhere people were actually ordering the phone, receiving the phone, and it didn't have an OS on it. Like, what is going on? And this leaves me in such a strange place, because I see Google is indeed paying attention to these issues, and they're trying very hard to resolve them. So on one hand, I think that's really good. On the other hand, it's just where are these issues coming from? This is so silly. And I get it. Google, we don't expect Google to have such a tight quality control of their hardware like you would something from Apple or Samsung. But Google didn't make these things. These things are coming from a factory other than Google, which should have these QC things under check. So I don't get why this is happening, and I don't think it's within Google's control to sort of solve it going forward. Now, that's a very bold statement, solve it going forward, because as we look at what's currently offered on the market right now, you've got the S8 Plus, you've got the original Pixel, you've got the One Plus, the new One Plus T version that's out. There's a plethora of phones, even the iPhone 7 Plus, the iPhone 8 if you will. There's a plethora of phones that you can spend that price point and just not get those issues. Namely the V30, which is what Raian's asking about here. So it still leaves me in a place where I admire what Google's doing, and I see that they're trying to right these things, but I don't quite believe that they understand where these issues are coming from. And I'm not quite comfortable saying that, all right, we've seen the worst of it. Everything here going forward, the issues will be ironed out. It's going to be smooth, because I feel like every week there's a new issue with the Pixel 2. However, I do like the Pixel 2. I like it a lot. I like the design. Although the design is, I know Raian mentioned he liked the design better. Oh, no, I'm sorry. He said the V30 is the better design. I agree with that. The design of the Pixel 2 is, it's something to be admired. You have to like it. And I've seen a few of them in person. They go, okay, they're not that bad in person, but still, it's not a super sexy design. I think it's a great design. But up against something like the V30, I think the V30 is just a better design, hands down. almost everything else about the V30 specs wise, I think are bested by what the Google Pixel 2 XL has to offer. But there's that hanging caveat, like, but there seems to be a bunch of crazy issues going on right now in Google world, and it sucks because there's so much about it that I think I like. And let's not, not that I'm a Pixel fanboy, because I'm not. I'm still very much sad and burned by the demise of the Nexus brand. But let's not try to downplay what LG has done with the V30. From the very first video we did on this channel to when the reviews first hit to right now, I think there's so many people out there that are just happy with this phone. And sure, you may want a little bit bigger of a display. Sure, the camera may not be the best in class, but it's still a killer camera. In fact, I'm of the opinion that the dual lens thing that they do is best done with a wide or super wide angle, which is what LG did. But sure, it is that. And sure, it's not, the sexiest offering of software across the board, but I think it's the super safe choice right now. And I don't have a problem recommending that LG V30. I don't think I've read any horror stories anywhere. I think it's just a solid offering. And if you're worried about do they still call it the Optimus UI? If you're worried about that UI, just throw Nova Launcher on here and just rock out. I mean, that's what I do on my S8, my S8 Plus, and it makes it totally manageable for me. I really like my S8 Plus after you get all the Samsung madness out the way. So if if that's what's bothering you about the V30, you can get around that easily. But yeah, I like the Pixel 2 a lot. I would say by the time you're ready to purchase and those prices did come down, hit the forums, head over to XDA, hit the forums, see what people are posting, see what else is going on, hit the blogosphere, see what if there are any other issues, and maybe you'll get lucky. Maybe everything will be ironed out by then. But if not, and you just get the money sooner, you just want to pull the trigger, I think the V30 is the better choice here, at least right now. Thank you for your question. As stated before, if you have a question, leave it in the comment section down below and we'll answer it in upcoming videos. My name is Ramon. I'm out of here. Peace.
Well, I guess. And the reason we started Lifestyles Defined is because if we weren't on camera arguing about these things, the technologies, the phones, the iPhones, the Androids, the cameras, the games, we'd be on the phone arguing about it. We'd be in each other's houses arguing about it. So why not just put it in front of a camera for everyone to enjoy it the way we do? That's what Lifestyles Defined is all about. We just